Hi, friends. Welcome back to English Learning Easy podcast. I'm Kate, and today I have something really useful to share with you. You may have heard the same advice again and again. Shadow every day, speak out loud. Yes, those are great habits. But today I'll introduce 7 new daily habits that will help you become fluent in English. They are simple, effective, and easy to do from home. They are different, they are powerful, and they are simple. You can do them at home, you can do them every day, and they will help you speak English more fluently. Let's begin. Now, let's begin with habit number 1, which is called micro-retelling. Now, that sounds like a big word, but don't worry. I will explain everything step by step. This small habit trains your brain to remember words, builds speaking confidence, and helps you speak faster and more naturally. So micro means small, retelling means telling again. So micro retelling means telling a small story again in your own words. You don't need to speak for a long time. You don't need to use difficult grammar. You just tell the story in your own simple English. So step 1, watch or listen. First, watch something short in English. It can be a short video, a scene from a movie, a small part of a podcast, or even a cartoon or news clip. Try to choose something that is 1 or 2 minutes long. That's enough. You can find short videos on YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok. Listen carefully. Watch what happens. Try to understand the main idea. And don't worry if you don't understand everything. That's okay. Just focus on the main events. Step 2. Close the video, stop watching, and try to tell the story again. But this time, use your own words. You don't need to remember every word. Just say what happened. Use simple sentences. Just 2 or 3 sentences is enough. Okay, let's try an example together. You watch a short video. In the video, a dog is walking. Then he sees a chair. The dog jumps into the chair and it looks happy. Now close the video and say that a dog is walking. Then he sees a chair. The dog jumped into a chair and it looked happy in your own words. A dog is walking. It jumped into a chair. It looked happy. That's it. You just told the story again in your own words. You did micro-retelling. Okay, micro-retelling. So this small habit does many good things for your English. First, it helps your brain remember new words. Second, it helps you practice speaking with real English. Third, it helps you build confidence. And fourth, it trains your mind to speak faster and more naturally. You are not just watching, you are using the language. That's how fluency grows. So if you're listening to a podcast or watching a scene from a movie, you can even use the words that were said in the movie or podcast. It only takes 5 minutes, but it gives you a big result over time. Now let's talk about habit number 2. It's called ready responses. Ready response helps you speak naturally and with confidence. You don't freeze. You're ready. This means you prepare short, natural answers for common situations before they happen. For example, when someone gives you a compliment like, "You look nice today," you can say, "Thanks, that's so kind of you." Or, "Oh, thank you, that made my day." Or, "Really, I appreciate it." These are ready responses. You can learn 2 or 3 and practice saying them out loud. Do it daily, just for 5 minutes. Another example, someone asks, "How was your weekend?" You could say, "It was good, thanks, just relaxed at home." Or, "Pretty quiet, I watched some movies." Now, you may ask, why is this a habit? Because when you practice these little responses every day, they stay in your brain. You don't need to think, you just say them. They become automatic. Okay? And when your answers are ready, you feel more confident. You feel less nervous and you speak more naturally and fluently. And if you do these every day, they will become habits. Alright? Alright. Here is another situation. Let's say someone says, "How was your weekend?" How was your weekend? What can you say? Here are some ready responses. It was good, thanks, just relaxed at home. It was good, thanks, just relaxed at home. Pretty quiet, I watched some movies. Pretty quiet, I watched some movies. Or you could say, nice, I went to the park. See, it's as easy as that, alright? Now let me show you how to build this habit. Choose one situation every day. Like someone asks about your weekend. Think of 2 or 3 natural answers. If you cannot think of any natural answers, you can ask ChatGPT. Then speak them out loud. Then repeat them again tomorrow. And finally, use them in real life or in your head. Just 5 minutes a day. And over time, you will have many ready responses for many situations. Okay, to get you started, I'm going to give you some ideas. First, when someone compliments you, that is, they say something nice about you. Second, when someone asks, "How are you?" Third, when you're late for a meeting or an appointment.
All right, let's move to habit number 3, known as the 2-minute reaction. So, what exactly is this? It's simple. You watch or listen to something, and then you share your immediate thoughts out loud for 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes, that's it. This practice is very effective because it helps you develop actual speaking skills. Instead of simply repeating sentences or summarizing stories, you're learning to think and express your own ideas in English. This habit helps you think in English, express emotions, and build fluency. This is important because in everyday conversations, people often ask you for your opinion. What do you think? Do you like it? Would you try that? And you need to respond naturally. This habit prepares you for that. Let me explain how to build this routine step by step. Step 1. Find something small in English to watch or listen to every day. It could be a 1-minute video, a picture, a short podcast clip, just a small piece of content. Watch or listen carefully, then pause. Step 2. Speak your thoughts for 2 minutes. Don't write it down, don't read, just speak spontaneously. Talk about what you noticed, what you enjoyed, disliked, what memories it triggered, or what you would have done in that situation. Forget about making mistakes. The goal is to speak freely. Let me give you an example. Imagine you watch a short video of a cat playing in the park. It's running, jumping, rolling around. Now it's your turn to react. You could say, "That was adorable. I really like cats. They always seem so playful. This one looked super energetic. I don't own a dog, but I'd love to have one someday. Maybe this weekend I'll borrow my friend's cat and take it to the park." That's a natural 2-minute reaction. Well, maybe a little shorter, but it's a great start. Here's another example. Suppose you see an English quote, "Be kind. Everyone is fighting a hard battle." Now pause and share your thoughts. You might say something like, "That quote really resonates. It's a reminder that we often don't know what struggles others are facing, so kindness is important." I believe it's true because sometimes I feel down and people around me aren't aware, so I'll make an effort to be more understanding and kind. That's it. A short, honest reaction. It doesn't have to be exactly 2 minutes. What matters is speaking your own words. By practicing this habit daily, you'll strengthen your fluency, build confidence, speak more quickly, and develop real conversational skills. You'll learn to think directly in English, link ideas smoothly, and express your emotions clearly. This is what real-life English sounds like, and it's an incredibly powerful way to improve.
All right, it's time to introduce the 4th habit, called your phrase bank. This habit is both easy and enjoyable, and it will make speaking English much simpler for you. Let me explain how it works. Think of a bank, a place where you store your money so you can access it whenever you need it. A phrase bank works the same way, except instead of saving money, you're saving English phrases. You gather useful expressions, keep them safe, practice them, and later use them while speaking. This becomes your toolbox of ready-to-use English phrases. When you're speaking in real conversations, you don't always have the luxury of time to think and form sentences from scratch. You want to respond quickly, smoothly, and confidently. Having a collection of handy phrases will help you do just that. You won't need to assemble sentences word by word. You can simply pull out a phrase you've already practiced. This method is often called chunking, and it's a powerful way to become fluent. So, how do you build your phrase bank? Let's break it into simple steps. Step 1. Listen and notice. Every day, listen to English. It could be podcasts, videos, conversations, or anything you enjoy. When you come across a phrase that sounds useful or interesting, pause and think, that's a good one for my phrase bank. Step 2. Write it down. As soon as you hear a valuable phrase, write it somewhere, in a notebook or your phone. Create a section named My Phrase Bank. For instance, if you hear someone say, it's not a big deal, and you like it, jot it down. Write. Phrase. It's not a big deal. Meaning. It's not a problem. It's okay. Example. Sorry I'm late. It's not a big deal.
Step 3. Say it out loud. Once you've written the phrase, practice speaking it. Say it out loud several times to get comfortable with how it feels when you say it. Let's try it together. It's not a big deal. Again. It's not a big deal. One more time. It's not a big deal. Great. Feel how it flows. That's how it becomes natural for you. Step 4. Use it in real life. Now, the most important part. Start using this phrase. You can speak it to yourself, write it in a text message, use it while chatting with a friend, or even include it in your 2-minute reactions. The more often you use it, the more deeply it gets wired into your memory. Now you might be wondering, how many phrases should I collect? You don't need thousands. Just one useful phrase a day is enough. In a month, you'll have 30 solid phrases. In a year, you'll own more than 300 phrases that you can use naturally in conversations. That's more than enough to speak fluently and confidently in daily situations. Remember, fluency isn't about knowing more words. It's about knowing the right words and being able to use them smoothly. Your phrase bank is your personal toolbox for confident English speaking.
Now let's move on to habit number 5, which I personally love. It's called Fluency Loops. This habit is fantastic for helping you think more quickly, speak more clearly, and express your ideas in English with flexibility. Let's see how it works. A fluency loop means you take one idea and repeat it several times, but each time you say it a little differently. You change the words, add more details, or use new grammar patterns. You keep circling around the same topic, like going in a loop. With every round, your speaking becomes smoother, more natural, and more fluent. Many English learners tend to speak like this. I stayed home. I watched a movie. I ate dinner. That's okay, but what happens if someone doesn't understand you the first time? Or if you want to say it with more emotion, or explain it differently for another person? That's where fluency loops come in. They train your brain to express the same message in various ways. This ability to rephrase is called flexibility, and it's one of the most important skills for real fluency. Here's how you can practice fluency loops every day. Step 1. Pick a simple topic. Choose a small, everyday topic. For example, what did you do yesterday? What did you eat for lunch? How's the weather today? Let's take yesterday as our example. Step 2. Start simple. First, say the idea in a basic, clear way. For instance, I stayed home. I was tired. I watched a movie. That's your first version, short and simple.
Step 3. Add more detail. Now say it again, but expand the idea. Add some descriptive words or more information. For example, I didn't go out yesterday. I was feeling a little tired, so I decided to stay in and watch a movie on Netflix. See? Same message, but with more detail and a smoother flow. Step 4. Add emotion or opinion. Say it one more time, but this time add how you felt or what you think. Put some personality into it. For example, I really needed a quiet day to myself. I stayed at home and watched a movie. Honestly, it felt so good to just relax and recharge. Now your story feels real and personal. That's a fluency loop. You took a single idea and expressed it 3 different ways: basic, detailed, and emotional. You might be wondering, how does this help with fluency? Well, fluent speakers naturally rephrase and explain things in different ways during conversations. We often repeat ourselves, but with small changes. We switch words, add emotions, and examples. It's how real conversations flow. Practicing fluency loops trains you to do the same. By doing this habit, you'll build confidence, become more flexible with your words, and gain better control over your English. You won't get stuck searching for words because you'll have multiple ways to express the same idea.
Now let's look at habit number 6. It's called copy 10 seconds of a movie. This one is fun, it's creative, and it helps you sound more natural when you speak English. Let's take it step by step. In this habit, you watch just 10 seconds of a movie, or a show or a video. Then you copy what you hear. You copy the words, the voice, the rhythm, the pauses, even the emotion. You become the speaker, like an actor. It's not just speaking, it's performing English. When you speak in real life, you don't just use words. You use tone, emotion, speed, and rhythm. This habit trains your mouth, it trains your ears, and it trains your brain. All right, we've reached the final habit, and it's called What Would I Say? This habit is incredibly simple, yet very powerful. It helps you to speak faster, more naturally, and with much more confidence. Let's see how it works. This habit uses your imagination. You picture a real-life situation and ask yourself, if this happened, what would I say? You think about everyday moments and practice what you would say before the situation actually happens. This is called mental rehearsal, and it's an excellent way to prepare your mind for real conversations. Often when we need to speak English, we feel caught off guard. We're unsure of what to say, we get nervous, or we freeze. But if you've already practiced these situations in your head, you'll feel much more at ease. When the moment arrives, you won't panic. You'll already have the words ready. Athletes do this kind of mental practice, public speakers do it, and now you can use the same technique to improve your English speaking skills. Here's how to practice this habit.
Now think of a real situation. It can be anything from your daily life, big or small. For example, ordering a drink at a cafe, shopping for clothes, meeting an old friend, making a phone call, or visiting a doctor. Pick one situation and visualize it clearly. Ask yourself, what would I say? Imagine yourself in that moment. Picture the other person speaking to you. Now practice responding out loud, as if you're really there. For example, let's say you're in a cafe and you want to order a coffee. You could say, "Hi, can I get a coffee, please?" Or, "Hello, I'd like a small cappuccino, please." Or even, "Hi there, one black coffee to go, please." You're practicing different ways to handle the same situation. The next time you're actually in a cafe, your brain will be ready. You won't feel stuck or nervous. You've already done it in your mind. Well, my friend, today you've accomplished something meaningful. You didn't just listen to English tips. You learned, you imagined, you practiced, and you've now mastered 7 powerful habits to build your fluency. Remember, you don't need to spend hours every day. Just 10 to 15 minutes of daily practice can create a huge difference over time. Fluency isn't magic. It's not a talent you're born with. It's a habit, and you're developing it step by step. So keep going, keep learning, keep speaking, and most importantly, keep believing in yourself. You are making real progress and you're doing amazing.